9:43. I'm surprised I haven't run out of energy yet, honestly. So yesterday I did the late shift with you guys. Well, I explained everything to you. It's Sunday. I am on an early shift today, which means I started at 7. So I completed the checklist today by about 7:30, which is a record for me. There is, I think, no, like everything's on there except for the R&Y report, which is the reservations made yesterday report. But honestly, that takes probably like 5 minutes to do. So in the morning, you don't really have a shift that you take over from. You come in and it's the night team from front office. So you don't have anyone from reservations that you take over from. If you haven't done the late shift, you haven't worked the day before, obviously you read the handover. I didn't read the handover this morning because I worked yesterday evening. So I didn't bother reading that, but usually you would come in and read the handover. You would log into all of your things, Amazon, Synergy, Kipsu, OnQ. You open OneNote, you open the checklist, you open the email tracker. I also opened Microsoft Edge for Booking.com. I've opened the lobby, which if you watched the video from last time, sorry, is an internal website that the staff use that has applications like PLS PaySecure, which is what we use for the payments for guests that want to pay for their own bookings. And also that's what connects us to Amazon, and Amazon is what we use for the phone calls, Amazon Connect. And we open the no-shows. So basically the nights team generates a report for any guests that don't arrive the day before. So anyone that didn't arrive on the 30th, today is the 1st, anyone that didn't arrive on the 30th is on this report. I have to go in, investigate, see whether it was charged or not, and then fill in the tracker. And it's basically saying whether it was charged, how much was charged, putting my name and the date that I've done it. Then we have the late cancellation. So every rate code has a cancellation period. Most of them have up until 24 hours prior to the date of arrival. So to be midnight before the date of arrival. So if you're arriving on the 1st, it would have been midnight on the 30th, if that makes sense. Some of them though are non-refundable, they have deposits, they have 3-day cancellation. So you can see on our system whether it's free cancel or late cancel. So then I have to go in and copy the confirmation number onto OnQ, which is a reservation system that we use, and investigate whether it was charged or why it wasn't charged. So I had to go through, put in all of the reasons, everything like that, and then we save it as a PDF. We have a digital signature, so I sign it to say that I've done it, and we save it under that date. So I went in and did that. I went in and checked PLS PaySecure to see if there was any deposits or any payments that have come in today, which there haven't been. It's the weekend. Not many people are doing payments on the weekend. And then the arrival check for today. So the one that we do in the morning is different to the quality control check that I explained, I think, 2 vlogs ago. The one in the morning is always the same, and we do it every single morning. So we go through the arrivals for that day. When we have the FIT bookings, which is the wholesale bookings from like airlines and agents, etc., we save the email as a backup. So it's proof to say that we can charge them for this booking. So what I have to do is open the scans folder and look at all of the backups and make sure everything is on OnQ that's meant to be there. And then I have to make sure that everything is put in, the correct dates, etc. All of the references are in there. Then I go through Booking.com and I check all of the arrivals to make sure all the rates are correct, the amount of people, the room type, etc. And then I set up the billing. So I went through all of that. You also have to check the cancellations on Booking.com, make sure they're all cancelled in the system, because like I mentioned before, with the other system OnQ R&I, this is like our channel management. So everything from Booking.com, Agoda, Priceline, Expedia, they all come direct into our system. We don't input them. And sometimes the channel just disconnects and it doesn't come through the way it's meant to. So we need to make sure that everything is cancelled that's on the extranet saying that it's cancelled. If not, we can go through and cancel it. We put the comment on there to say cancelled on extranet, and it'll tell you what date it was cancelled on the extranet as well, so that when the next person does the late cancels, they know and they have the reason, they don't have to go investigate it. We have 2 room types where they can book the room, but when it comes into the system, we have to split it, if that makes sense. So it's like a suite that is 2 rooms. But when it comes into our system, it comes as 1 booking, 1 room. So then we go in and we split it into the 2 rooms. So we have to check that and make sure that they're all done. And then the last thing to do is the handover at the end of the shift. So we have a new handover that we've started today, where I need to we need to log all of our calls as well. How many calls we've taken, I think, how many calls we've missed. So that will be interesting to try that out today. It looks pretty straightforward, but it's a template rather than before we just had a Word document that we just kept adding to. But yeah, at the moment, the emails are coming in pretty steadily, nothing crazy. It is Sunday. Sorry, I had an email from reception that we needed to investigate, and my colleague that's working with me now, she started at 9. We emailed at the same time. So anyways, it's fine. Then I had a call from someone that wanted to pay for his colleague's booking. So I had to send him a payment link on PLS. I mean, I make it sound exhausting. It's literally 2 things. But anyways, so yeah, Sundays are pretty chill. It can literally go either way. It can be the phone's non-stop requests all morning, wanting late checkouts, etc. Now that it's 10 o'clock, they may start to call a little bit more. Otherwise, it can be like this morning and it's absolutely dead quiet. Like I said, it is bank holiday weekend today. So tomorrow morning for the early shift, it's going to be absolutely dead quiet as well. I won't bother doing anything with the early shift tomorrow because, I mean, the checklist is the same other than the RMY report that we generate and send, and this is not complicated. This is basically how it works on a general morning shift. Like I said, some mornings can be absolutely chaotic. If it was during the week, by now we would have had loads of emails. As it stands, because it's a Sunday, we've literally had 15 this morning. And then with the calls as well, if it was during the week, by now we would have had definitely more calls. It depends. I mean, yeah, it says today that I've done 20 calls. So yeah, like I said, 20 calls in 3 hours is not hectic. But like I keep saying, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an insight because these jobs are popping up more often to do remote reservations or remote working. And I mean, it has its benefits depending on your situation. If you have kids, if you know, like your family, if you're by yourself, if you're in a share house, all of this, I might do a video on all of that. But yeah, just to give you guys an idea, this is obviously what we do at our hotel, but not necessarily what every hotel does. And also not all of the remote jobs are reservations for hotels. Sometimes they're reservations for agents, etc. as well. So we're in a brave new world where we're doing all of this. I finish at 3 today, so I will probably go for a walk this afternoon because I've been getting like a really stiff back sat here. So I get up every once in a while and I stretch, but yeah, I'm gonna go for a little walk this afternoon. So I'm hoping it doesn't rain by then, but I will speak to you guys again next time. If anyone has any questions or wants to know anything, just let me know and I can help you out where I can if it's a decision that you're trying to make, whether to go into remote working or to continue the commute as we do in the UK. So I will speak to you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a big thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you get notified of more amazing vlogs like this. Bye guys.